Hey everybody, welcome to the Golden Lotus Studio Songwriters Open Mic Night. I'm your host, Siena Friend, and we have an awesome lineup for you tonight. Some great songwriters. Our featured songwriter tonight is Erica Terpening-Romeo, and we will do a Q&A with her about songwriting at the end of her set, so make sure to stick around for that. Before I get started, I just want to thank Golden Lotus Studio for hosting this open mic and having all these artists here tonight. If you're curious to learn more about Golden Lotus Studio, there's a link under this video. You can check out some of the classes that they're offering, and it's a great online community for songwriters. Yeah, I am going to start us off with a couple songs that I wrote in one of the Golden Lotus classes, which is called the Friday Afternoon Song Club, which is something a few of the performers here tonight have been a part of. And we write a song in an hour. And to be honest, both of these songs that I'm playing tonight, I wrote within the hour, and I haven't really come back to them or rewritten them. So for better or for worse, that's what they are. And I haven't played these live ever before, but there are some ones that I wanted to try out. Before I get started, now is also a great time to like this video and subscribe to our channel to make sure that you get the updates and get to check out all the cool artists that we have at our open mic nights, and invite your friends to watch. I'm always just so impressed with the lineup and the artists that we have here. So it's a really cool way to discover your new favorite artist. All right, this first song is called Silver Suntan, and I'm gonna take my headphones out so that I can hear myself. So for those of you on the Zoom call, if something goes terribly wrong, just write in the chat or wave at me. Because I can't hear you. Black and white highways, she grew up in the suburb. Dust-colored days, eyes always adjusting. Keep moving just enough to disappear forever. Skin growing tough, chasing bad weather. Storm on the horizon, tidal waves at dawn, breaking on my pillow, but she keeps the curtains drawn. She's got eyes like a shutter, captures everything. Her mind is a dark room, she never lets me in, like trying to decipher secrets in the sand. Underneath her dress, in the lines of a silver suntan. She wakes again at midnight to watch a blue shadow dance. Rain dissolves the moonlight, she takes another chance. Outlines of a figure, she strips the paint away, trying to remember what she saw that day. Storm on the horizon, tidal waves at dawn, breaking on my pillow, but she keeps the curtains drawn. She's got eyes like a shutter, captures everything. Her mind is a dark room, she never lets me in, like trying to decipher secrets in the sand. Underneath her dress, in the lines of a silver suntan. She's got eyes like a shutter, captures everything. Her mind is a dark room, she never lets me in, like trying to decipher secrets in the sand underneath her dress in the lines of a silver suntan. Thanks, guys. So the next one I'm going to play, I just wrote, I think about a week ago at the Friday Afternoon Song Club. It's called Location Scouting, and I'm a filmmaker, so location scouting is something that I've had to do a lot, and I've actually like really missed during this kind of quarantine era, is just like going out and looking at different places and houses and like weird buildings that you never would otherwise. And I also tend to make like very autobiographical films. So it's like sometimes you're looking for a place that feels like something that like really happened in your life. So I was thinking about those things when I wrote this song. If I remembered the sea, I'd say it was something like being in her body. Everything's gray and a little bit fuzzy. My feet are suspended and slow swells are lifting me. If I remembered the sea, if I remembered the rain, I'd remember that farmhouse on an October day. Before they put up the lights on the film set, the actors were dry, but I was soaking wet. If I remembered the sea. Location scouting, you're searching for a feeling on the edge of town. Location scouting for a house that lights itself to play out our ups and downs. If I remember the snow, I'd count all those wasted winters, say I should have known that the flame you lit for me couldn't keep out the cold. Every flake is different, but I'm just the same old. If I remember the snow. Location scouting, you're searching for a feeling on the edge of town. Location scouting for a house that lights itself to play out our ups and downs. If I remembered the sea, I'd remember the end is the same as the beginning. The screen fades to black, leaves the audience blinking. You said it was almost as good as the real thing. If I remembered the sea. Location scouting. Location scouting. Yeah. Thanks, everybody. All right, so excited to get started with our guest tonight. First up, we have Sarah Gorek joining us from Cincinnati, Ohio. And I hope I said your name right. I'm gonna go ahead and spotlight you, Sarah.
Hi. So Sarah, it's Gorek, and I've been telling people it's like go and then random acts of kindness, RAK, so you know how to spell it. Oh, my cat wants to say hi. I'm currently in Cincinnati, Ohio, but I actually was born in Hawaii and I grew up in Seattle, so I've been kind of all over the place. What? I guess, I don't know, I keep debating like which songs I want to do. I guess since I just said that, I recently wrote a song that I've been calling Cincinnati Transplant since, like, I don't know, there's a lot of different emotions about moving to different places and feeling homesick and finding your place where you're at. So I wrote this song about that. And I play more than one instrument, so I might as well showcase that. So I'll do my fiddle song first. So this is Cincinnati Transplant. Oh, wait. Cincinnati, where is your ocean? I go home, but I don't live there anymore. Cincinnati, you have a river. I'd call it home, but there's much more to be explored. I felt so far away from the place I wish to be. I don't know where I should choose to stay. You can only choose to grow where you plant yourself, you know. I will make the most of where I play. Cincinnati, where is your ocean? I go home, but I don't live there anymore. Cincinnati, you have a river. I'd call home, but there's much more to be explored. Yeah.
That was awesome. Love the fiddle so much.
Thanks. I was like, I didn't know what else to add to the song lyrically, so I was like, well, I can add instrumental. Okay, so the other song I'm gonna do is switch axes. So since I was born in Hawaii, I really feel grounded and connected when I connect to instruments from my culture, the roots of my culture. So I've been songwriting a lot on the ukulele, and I think I keep debating which song I want to do, but I think I'm deciding I want to do a song that I wrote called Opaque Love, that I wrote for a friend when he was feeling he was struggling with feeling lonely, and I was trying to encourage him and be like, I love you, and he would be like, well, but that's not the kind of love that I want. And I was like, well, platonic love matters just as much as romantic love does. So that's the meaning behind this song. And it's an encouragement to anyone who needs to feel a little bit of love today. So this is Opaque Love. Hey there, friend, I see you hiding. You should know I feel your heart is hurting. Hey there, friend, I see you aching. And you should know I feel your heart is yearning. I understand how it feels when your devotion's not enough. When rejection seems more of a friend than the people that you long for. La da 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 da, la da da Hey there, friend, I see you giving, and you should know I feel your heart is trying. Hey there, friend, I see you waiting, and you should know I feel your heart is hoping. I understand how it feels when your devotion's not enough. When rejection seems more of a friend than the people that you long for. I hope your heart is filled with unceasing adoration, a pure form of affection that conquers your denial. I hope your heart is filled with unceasing adoration, a pure form of affection that conquers your denial. Can there be the remedy for this opaque kind of love? Can there be the remedy for this opaque kind of love? Hey there, friend, I see you shining, and you should know I feel your heart's unchanging. Thank you. I'm
Thank you,
Sarah
Sarah.
Gorek.
And I put Sarah's link tree in the chat and also her Instagram. So everybody be sure to check that out. Sarah, I know you have some cool videos out there on YouTube and lots of awesome stuff to check out. So make sure you go ahead and do that. And next up we have Maddie Gold. Maddie is also a Golden Lotus Studio student, has been in the Friday Afternoon Song Club and some other classes. I was just listening again, Maddie, to your latest like Compose Yourself album that you guys did. It's so good. So I'll be sure to put the link in the chat for that too, because that has some songs from Maddie and also Erica. Yeah, go for it.
Wow. Okay. Thank you so much for having me, Siena. Full disclosure, I found out today that I was performing, and yeah, we'll see how this goes. I just, that's just the thing that's gonna happen. Also, my dog's watching, so this is Prince. I'm just gonna show you him right there. He's watching, my favorite guest. Okay, this one is a song called Suspending or Surrender. It's actually a song that I did with the headliner today, Erica, who is amazing. We co-wrote the song, and it, I just came up with the arrangement about 30 minutes ago. We'll see how it works. No disclaimers. obviously, yeah. Thank you for being here. Suspending between crazy and catharsis, my heart's the bullseye of a target. Gets me every time, surrounded by these strange ghost-like birds. My mother's harshest words, my own bitter mind. I'm this mask, I'm these gloves, I'm everyone I love, I'm every single awful thing I've ever done. I'm this food, I'm this fight, I'm all these sleepless nights. Have to learn to clean my plate, I have to regulate. Spring, the spring that never sprung, the feeling of a hum on my 2 feet. My body just can't catch me, I'm crashing between soil and the grass, longing for the past. Life's so strange. I'm this mask, I'm these gloves, I'm everyone I love, I'm every single awful thing I've ever done. I'm this food, I'm this fight, I'm all these sleepless nights. I have to learn to clean my plate, I have to regulate. I don't know where I am, and I don't know the forecast. I haven't found the answers for the questions that I've asked. Is it helpless, this fear? Unwind on my needy ear. Is it helpless, this fear? Unwind on my needy ear. Defending my insides from my outsides, my outsides from my insides too. What a waste of time. I'm drowning. I swear to God it's now or never, or we'll be in space untethered. Can we float like that forever? I'm this page just piling up, I'm this half-empty cup, I'm every single selfless thing I've ever done. I'm this room, I'm these walls, I'm the whole rise and fall. I have to chalk it up to fate, I have to regulate, have to chalk it up to fate, I have to regulate, have to chalk it up to fate, I have to regulate. Okay, I'm a lot less nervous now.
Yay.
Great. I have one more song, and again, we'll see how it works. And this one, actually, I wrote in my Compose Yourself class, and before I sing it, I'm not gonna write it right now. I just want to say, I know that it's a very important time right now. Oh yeah, I wrote this one, that past one we wrote in 15 minutes, Erica and I. Thank you for reminding me, Erica. We wrote that one, we had a 15-minute limit, and that was the arrangement. But before I sing this next song, it's a really, really important time to get out and vote, and also make sure that you're putting yourself, like using your privilege in whatever ways that you have to take a stand against racial injustice, and in the hopes that I would love to continue living here in the future in 40, 20 years. So we all need to do our part and protest in whatever way that means to you. So this song is actually not a protest song. Last time I sang all my protest songs. So this song is not, this one's very chill. But I just wanted to say that before I got lost. And art is used to inspire people. So we can look back at old artists to find inspiration of change and social justice. I'll just sing. That's what I'm here to do. This one is called Garden in Heaven, and it's also on the album that Siena's gonna link, I believe. And it's in DADGAD, so I got to use my tricks to tune today. It was really, thank you to the guitar guy on YouTube that helped me do that. I'm gonna play it. Do you guys want to see the guitar, or is it better to just pretend that there's no guitar? I'll just give you a little sneak peek. There you go. Great.
Problems if I run.
Amazing. Thanks, Maddie. And yeah, both those songs are actually on that album. So I put the link in the chat and you all should definitely go check that out. Next up, we have Todd Pinney. And then after that, we'll have Erica, our featured artist. So be sure to stick around for that. And I'm going to go ahead and spotlight you, Todd. Todd also happens to be my father, so I just have to say that. And he's been joining us for the Friday Afternoon Song Club pretty much almost the whole year, every time. So thanks for coming, Dad.
You're welcome. It's good to see you all. I have plenty of excuses, but I'll skip them. And I'm going to just sing, and I'll sing a recent song and an ancient one. And both of these songs have some little influence, or some influence from my usual songwriting partner, Dwight Holmes. And I wanted to confess to Maddie that once in Friday Afternoon Song Club, we were supposed to be looking at someone and working on a song. And so I once wrote part of a song to Maddie. This song I wrote maybe at my first Friday Afternoon Song Club. And it's a virus song called In Common. Welcome to the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. In Pittsburgh, we won't treat you like a stranger. On the north side, you will find the Commons Park. And right here, spring is springing like a mother and blooming as she does in any other, while I smell it more than see it in the dark. And I wish I could swim in all three rivers, dive off the Rachel Carson or the Warhol Bridge. Instead, I get my groceries delivered and disinfect them on their way to the fridge. When I pass through the shadow of George Washington, it makes me want to take a long vacation. These nights when I'm alone, I'm sure to cry. And suddenly I hear some lightning flashing, and I begin to sing like no one's listening. When someone crosses my path, I've lost my mind. And I'm going to meditate with a million others and mend a message to one I forgot. I'm going to wash my hands every 20 seconds and touch my face if I want to or not. When I watch raindrops driving into puddles, can't help but wonder why my time has so much troubles, and it makes my faint heart start to break. So I count down all the things we have in common, and I don't stop until I reach the bottom and find that it's a quite familiar place. Back home, I'm meaning to think my mantra when a stray thought chills me to the bone. I'm really not afraid of dying. I'm just scared to die alone. Thank you. And okay, so this is the ancient song. I wrote it in the early 70s, I believe. and possibly it should be called inappropriate cultural appropriation, but I'm going to do it anyway. And actually, there is one update, which you'll notice since 1972 or whenever the rest of it was written. The grass is bowing and it's dancing in the wind. The leaves of the trees are waving at me. Fire and water may not be the best of friends. They both agree with me. And who's going to make the world this time? Who's going to wake up the sun to shine? Who's going to be the one to write the next line? Who's going to be the one? Eagle Girl shows Fox Boy how to shoot a bow. He teaches her how to make a spear and throw it. Bear Man brings a deer down with just one blow. And Fish Woman makes the corn to grow. And who's going to find the words to say? Who's going to mark the night from the day? Who's going to clear the fog away? Who's going to be the one? Birds of a feather are my sisters and brothers. A change in the weather is my favorite lover. The sky is my father and the earth is my mother. You can see how they love me. And Weasel burned the world down a long time ago. Coyote Old Man is the one who told me so. Coyote Old Man knows all there is to know, and he's the one who told me so. And who's going to stand for Standing Rock? Who will be the one to walk that talk? Who will be the ones to stop that clock? Who's going to be the ones? And who's going to make the world this time? Who's going to wake up the sun to shine? Who's going to be the one to write the next line? Who's going to be the one?
Thanks, Todd. All right. This brings us to our last artist of the evening, our featured songwriter, Erica. And I have known Erica almost as long as I've known my dad, since we were like 5 years old. And our songwriting careers have been a bit intertwined. We were in a band together for a while and have written a lot of songs together. And I think Erica is one of the greatest songwriters out there. So thanks for joining us tonight, Erica.
Thanks so much for having me. It's really sweet this is a really sweet lineup. Sarah and I are just meeting each other for the first time, but Todd is also like one of my dearest and oldest friends. And Maddie was like a wonderful gift of the last round of Compose Yourself to get to like meet and write with you. So it's just like really sweet to be here. I will disclaim just a little bit to say that I've been pretty sick the last couple days, so I think there will be some like discoveries made of which of these notes are hittable and which of them are not. But I'm going to be sipping tea and trying not to clear my phone on mic. So I'm going to start with a pretty new one. This is from the Friday Afternoon Song Club. I was pretty flat on my back yesterday, so I missed yesterday's, but the week before I wrote this one. And it feels like it's still in progress, so it's sort of in the spirit of Golden Lotus and just everything that we're doing. Also, it has a really low note that I sometimes can't hit, but I definitely can tonight. So, yes. All right. They call it fall because of all the falling. I remember them all. I remember everything. The sudden drop, that nauseous feeling. The floor drops out, so does the ceiling. And the little metal heart left after all the rest burns off needs 3 parachutes to fall. And all the astronauts pulled from their little capsules, they can't believe their luck. They can't believe their luck. The world peels back without a reason. There's no name yet for this new season. The bright appears. Is that what sky is? A tear in space that keeps the light in. And the little metal heart left after all the rest burns off needs 3 parachutes to fall. And all the astronauts pulled from their little capsules, they can't believe their luck. They can't believe the little metal heart left after all the rest burns off needs 3 parachutes to fall. 3 parachutes to parachutes, and all the astronauts pulled from their little capsules, they can't believe their luck. They can't believe, and space awaits and then starts receding gravity's a romantic thing. Oh, space awaits and then starts receding gravity's a romantic thing. Believe me, girl, you're not the daughter the air thought of when it met the water. Believe me, hon, you're no one's flower, you're no one's wish. They'll die without. And the little metal heart left after all the rest burns off needs 3 parachutes to fall. 3 parachutes, and all the astronauts pulled from their little capsules. They can't believe their luck. They can't believe the little metal heart left after all the rest burns off needs 3 parachutes to fall. 3 parachutes, and all the astronauts pulled from their little capsules. They can't believe their luck. They can't believe. Thanks, guys. Yes, that's very new indeed. This next one's a little bit of an experiment in terms of where my voice is. This song is pretty high, so we'll see what happens. This was another Friday Afternoon Song Club song, and actually, I'm not sure if I sent this one to you, Todd, but Todd was sending me postcards for a while, just like almost one a day. They were really beautiful. And I was looking at the collection of postcards that I had on my desk when I started writing this one. So here it is. Forgive me for not wishing you were here. The light's no good, although the air is clear. The window is a mirror, is the water, is the waiting. What I'm saying is, this day is everywhere. Forgive me, all my flinching, it's the same as you squinting in the first seconds of rain. This marriage of my body and my failures and my shame. What I'm saying is, I'm not sorry you came. Bless me with good fortune, with good health. God of plenty, bless this sorrow as you bless yourself. Bless me, mother, see me praying, count prostrations in the basement. What I'm saying is, I'm learning every day. Forgive me for resisting, I've tried. Going slack in all the joinings, but this pride is a blister twisting fist that grips a burning iron rod. What you're smelling is me cooking, oh my God. Forgive me for not wishing you were here. The light's no good, although the air is clear. The mirror is a window, is the water, is the waiting. What I'm saying is, this day is everywhere. Thank you.
So beautiful.
Thanks. Okay. So I, both songs were both written in an hour. This one was written over the course of like 3 years. So I would say this is probably the longest time I ever took to write a song. And it's feels right for the moment because it's about October, and it's about the way Octobers can kind of double back on themselves. And for me, they're just this really like sort of wistful, sometimes hard, sometimes nostalgic time of looking back. I don't know. It's just seasonal. It's just a seasonal thing. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see how this goes. I want be here. Oh, I will say one other thing about this song, which is that just in the sort of spirit of the songwriting community, so I've had this song for a long time before I was really like teaching myself to play this bass, and I poached the bass line for the chorus from another song that was like not working so well, but I really liked the bass line. So this is me stealing from myself, which you're allowed to do. October's on fire again, sending shocks through the leaves of chromatic decline. Dying by degrees, the world's on the wire again, suspended in between being dead and being green. That year at this time we were lost, tracing Mason and Dixon at dusk, with one wicker bed in the house and some pots that didn't belong to us. You panicked 12 hours a day and I stayed in the basement and prayed, made chili, watched TV and ate the chili I made. Halloween we drove up to Siena, last of the leaves on the trees. Imagine the Blair Witchiest place you've ever seen. We stopped at the top for a walk and turned small talk into talk about baby names and breaking up. Oh, easily you leave me. One day I pray to God, da 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 da, easily you leave me. One day I swear to God, da 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 da. My mic just fell out of my ear. Give me a second. Second verse. Light year, that's last year at this time we were sold on the New England ethics of hard work and cold, with a new lease on life, but our methods were old. 2 guest stars in someone else's show. We ate our food right out of the ground and helped our best looking friends kill their cows. And if goodwill didn't always abound, still it was usually around. Halloween we let just roll by, probably curled up on the couch for the night. Why in the glow of that sweet simple life was I still terrified? Oh, easily you leave me. One day I pray to God, da 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 da, easily you leave me. One day I swear to God. October's on fire again, sending shocks through the leaves of chromatic decline. Dying by degrees, the world's on the wire again, suspended in between being dead and being green.
This year, this time is a wash. The reds still stop my heart, but the thread's getting lost. You still work to escape, I still sleep whole days off. It's okay, but a cost is a cost. We still fight and hold tight and play dead, still talk about books with our sophisticated friends. When all a day's landmines are dodged by the end, we cling hard like scared kids in the bed. For Halloween, we drove through the day to see Joseph's 4 dancers blow our minds away. Some bodies in motion have so much to say. It's not much, but a gain is a gain. Oh, eat, sleep, you leave me. One day I pray to God. Da 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 da. Eat, sleep, you leave me. One day I swear to God.
Wow.
Thank you.
That song is so amazing. I'm kind of speechless. And I also wish we had more time for our Q&A, but we got to hear all those amazing songs, which is the most important thing. But I do want to just have a little chat. You want to talk about like how you kind of got into songwriting or your songwriting journey of your life? I don't know, in the short
Sure.
story.
Yeah, the short story I think is just that, I mean, you know, so Siena and I were like best friends as little kids, and then throughout our lives. And I think, I mean, I know that I like made up songs as a kid, but I think really I started writing songs mostly with you, or occasionally with you, at least like in middle school. And then a few songs as a high schooler, and then after high school, we were in a band together, and I didn't really play an instrument, but I wanted to be in a band, so I sort of learned to play bass. And songwriting at that point was just like, it was just like a way to hang out with friends. It was fun to do on my own, but it was all sort of it was in service of just like being in band practice and like getting to hang out and share that with each other. I think I always, because I was never really like a musician first, I always wrote like lyrics, and music always came at the same time. And then honestly, it was when so Gary Grundy, who started Golden Lotus, we collaborated on an improvised opera that Siena's mother wrote. And there was something about sort of improvising composition that way with Gary, that just like, it kind of felt like a totally new part of me opened up, and I felt more confident as a songwriter, and I started writing. I'd written maybe 3 songs before that up in my whole life that I like really liked, that I like really stood by. And after that, I just started writing so much more and feeling more free and more confident. And it's only ramped up since then. I mean, being in the Friday Afternoon Song Club since March, I've written more in this like 7-8 month period than I ever have before in my life. So yes, it's ever evolving.
That's amazing. Yeah, I love hearing how it kind of changed throughout your life and the different circumstances. What does your songwriting practice look like right now? Like, is it mainly the Friday Afternoon Song Club, or do you like set, time aside for it at certain times in your schedule, or do you just kind of write when the inspiration strikes?
Yeah, I mean, the thing that's really convenient and sneaky about the Friday afternoon song club is it sort of builds a practice in. So like it kind of lets me off the hook for having a discipline outside of it. And what I'll say is so for the last couple years, I've had like long commutes I'm in grad school in Boston, but I live in Western Massachusetts. So I have this like 2.5 hour drive back and forth. And so for a couple years, a couple times a week, I would have these long stretches in the car. And that's actually where I was doing most of my songwriting, or on my bike commuting from my apartment. And now we're in this time where I'm just not in my car as often. So Friday afternoon song club kind of showed up at the perfect time, because I need to be alone. And I sort of need that, like, I also need to be kind of otherwise occupied. That somehow really helps me. So like writing in the car is really great. So now whenever I happen to be like on a drive on these country roads, that's usually where I'm like revising songs. So first drafts happen in Fast, and then second or third drafts are sort of returning to old fragments. Mostly happens in the car, occasionally the shower. But it's pretty rare, just with the busyness of life right now. It's sort of rare for me to be setting aside time outside of that Friday space.
Yeah, I love writing in the car too. Something about it. All right. Well, I don't want to keep everybody too long because we're at our hour, although I have so much more that I would like to ask you, and we could talk about this forever. I think it's correct that you are leading the next Friday afternoon song club. Is that right?
I think that's right.
Awesome. Yeah, as far as I know. So if you think that, so I just want to plug that for a minute, and anybody watching, you can join for just $1 to sign up for the first couple classes for the Friday afternoon song club. Yeah, Erica will be leading the next one next Friday. And so maybe she can pass on some of her amazing songwriting tips and wisdom. I'm looking forward to it. And then there will also be a longer Q&A during that. After the class, there's like a little Q&A following that. So you could come and ask more questions. I can ask you more questions then. So it's going to be a good time. Yeah, anywhere that people can find you besides that. I think they can find you on the Compose Yourself album.
Yeah, right now, I'm a theater practitioner, and that's sort of where most of my like work lives right now. But so yeah, no. The answer is no. Find me in Fast.
Yeah.
Let's be friends.
Come to Fast. Come to Friday Afternoon Song Club. There's a link below the video for that. And yeah, Erica is harder one to find on the interwebs, so you got to be in the know, and it's well worth it. All right, well, thank you so much, Erica. I'm going to switch to the gallery view and just say goodbye to all of our guests this evening.
Thanks so
There's
much.
everybody. We had Sarah, Maddie, Todd, and Erica. And thanks again to Golden Lotus Studio for hosting this event and putting it on. Our next one is going to be, we're skipping a couple weeks. We do this the first and the third Saturday of every month. So the next one will be November 7th, and you can sign up at the link below. You can invite your friends to watch or to show up if you know some musician friends. Spread the word. And we'll see you all next time. Bye, everybody.